Hi, and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Dean O'Lally. With me as a guest co-host this week is one of my very good friends.
Yeah, he couldn't be here, so I'm here. Jeff Roberts, filling in for the new mommy, Lauren Nelson. This is going to be a lot of fun.
It will be a lot of fun, and we're coming to you today from the Sam Noble, Oklahoma Museum of Natural History.
This place always has something cool to check out. With 50,000 square feet of exhibits, there's something for everyone when it comes to Oklahoma's natural and cultural history. And from time to time, they have traveling exhibits like the one we're profiling today. It's called Winged Tapestries, Moths at Large. We'll have more on it throughout the show.
But first, we're going to spotlight another museum you need to hit up, especially this spring. It's the Oklahoma City Museum of Art.
Yep, it's the Ansel Adams exhibit, and Quintran has more for us.
I absolutely love this one because we have such dark blacks in the foregrounds and such white whites.
Michael Anderson explains why these photographs are pieces of art.
If you see an Ansel Adams work, you'll know it's an Ansel Adams work because of it. The way that Ansel Adams approached the natural world, the way he was so intent on conserving the natural environment, we can start to see that influence more and more.
The Oklahoma City Museum of Art is spotlighting this exhibit titled Ansel Adams and the Photographers of the West. The exhibit begins with 7 pieces by the famous American photographer and environmentalist Ansel Adams, followed by more than 3 dozen works of others influenced by Adams' talents.
And Ansel Adams championed something called pure photography. He created a way to shoot in a particular way and develop his photographs in a particular way that rendered a much sort of richer kind of visual detail. And with this richer photographic art form that he was developing scientifically, he was able to create works that were dramatic and that really moved people kind of on the most sort of intuitive and emotional level.
The photographs on display depict areas of the West that some may recognize and admire for their natural beauty.
How long does it take for a photographer to find the best shot and to wait for the best light, the movement or the stillness of an area, and then to capture it in such a wonderful way and freeze it forever right there?
The exhibit includes an opportunity for the public to showcase their photography, capture a moment in nature, and post it on Instagram using the hashtag #SeeLikeAnsel. Your photos may end up right here.
Photography is one of those arts, not everybody paints, but most everyone does take photographs in one way or another. And what this exhibition, we want people to be inspired by the exhibition and to see the world, around them, and to really, kind of interact and to show their own perspective on the world around them.
This exhibit celebrates the art of photography, the works of Ansel Adams and others, and takes visitors on a journey to explore the beauty of the West. At the Oklahoma City Museum of Art, Quintran, Discover Oklahoma.
Ansel Adams and the Photographers of the West are on display through May 26th at the Oklahoma City Museum of Art. Tours are available at an additional cost to regular admission. Hit up their website for details at okcmoa.com.
Now, strolling around all these museums is great. I love it, but I think, Jeff, it's time to kick things up a notch.
Jason Grub is going to do exactly that, a Ninja Warrior gym in Tulsa.
If you've seen the popular show American Ninja Warrior, then you may have seen Vin Johns competing. He's from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and goes by the Bull Riding Ninja.
Professional bull rider Vin Johns refused to get bucked off.
We discovered that Vin also owns a place where you can test out your athletic abilities. It's called Be a Ninja Warrior.
One of the greatest places in Oklahoma to do American Ninja Warrior style training. This is where I train. This is where I also help others train and become Ninja Warriors in their own respects.
The gym itself is about 10,000 square feet. 7,000 of that is dedicated to the course, but there's also an area to relax and watch things in.
We have an observation area that has couches, seating. We have a members adult area where we have bean bags, massage chairs.
In the center of the course is the rig.
And that has all the different obstacles that you'll see on TV and some other ones that we come up with in our own minds.
And just like the show, there are 2 sizes of warped walls, a 16 and 12 footer, along with the tumbling area.
So you can try your hand at either one of those.
I think it's super exciting. I love it. My kids have been so excited to come in here and play.
Then host all sorts of people, different in shape, size, and age, 4 years old and up.
You'd be surprised at some of the people who actually don't work out who can be better than the people who do work out.
You guys have fun out here?
Yeah.
What do you like doing?
I like that red bar over there, the red monkey bars. It's really challenging.
The course can be challenging, and it's always changing.
Sometimes you have to do the floating little stones that you jump across. And sometimes he has that rope thing that you have to jump across onto a mattress.
If you've ever noticed on the show, you never know what you're going to have to do. So in order for us to try to keep up with the show, we also have to try to figure out different obstacles that we can come up with.
Vin uses the course not only for training and as a healthy activity for people, but as a learning tool.
No matter, what obstacle you have in life, you may know it, you may not know it, but you're going to overcome it, and you may have to. And so we try to teach that using the obstacles.
Take multiple classes during the week, or pop in during the open sessions.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is open to the public. Anybody can come, you don't have to be a member.
That's also when they host birthday parties.
Me and my daughters love the show, and so we're like, you know what, why not go give it a shot? And it's something that we all do together as a family.
Andy Cheatham has been coming here a few times a week for a few months now.
It's so much fun, and my girls absolutely love it. It's the most fun that we have as a family because we do it together.
And Vin says that is truly a goal of his.
It is really a community effort and bringing families together and having something for them to do that builds confidence and security and bonding with families.
At BA Ninja Warrior, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
You'll find the Ninja Warrior Gym at 5666 South 122nd Avenue in Tulsa. But really, it's right on the line with Broken Arrow. Check out their website for more details on class times and gym hours.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
It's basically just a great getaway for a weekend or for the day, just to be out in nature and enjoy everything.
We are exploring the historic castle at Turner Falls.
They're kind of in awe because many of them will say, I just didn't realize that was what was behind these doors.
And the hidden gems at one of Oklahoma's oldest theaters.
The pulled pork sandwiches, the brisket sandwiches, a steak on Saturday night.
Plus, cowboy cooking with a kick will show you what's on the menu when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Want to discover even more about the show? Go online and watch Discover Oklahoma anywhere, anytime. Catch up on missed episodes, track down interesting locations, and submit your own story ideas. Start exploring today at discoveroklahomatv.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the Sam Noble Museum in Norman. We're checking out the latest temporary exhibit, Winged Tapestries. Now, this display features over 40 large format prints of different species of moths, many found right here in Oklahoma. Of course, Dino, this would be a great place for the family to come during spring break.
Absolutely, and once you've seen all that's here, what you need to do is hit I-35, go south to Turner Falls. Right now, photojournalist Casey Kennedy is going to show us you might find yourself in the middle of a castle.
This is beautiful. Never seen anything like it. My fiance he works for Halliburton, and so I thought I'd explore and see what is around, and this is tremendous. I wish I would have known about this sooner. This is phenomenal.
Usually our temperatures are not that bad, and being the crowds have gone, we have more deer and turkey to be seen in the park, and we actually put out a little food for them to come, and then, it gives our guests something else to look at, enjoy just the nature. And it's basically just a great getaway for a weekend or for the day, just to be out in nature and enjoy everything. The castle was built by Dr. Collins, who was a professor at OU at Norman, and he built it in the 1930s. As he owned part of owned a small ranch back in there, and he built it as a guest house, and then for him a weekend getaway. There's actually two back there, but one of them, about all that's left, is the walls to it. If the second one down along the creek there is the one that most people go into, because all the rooms and everything, the roof's still on it, and it's the nicest one of the two. The architecture was built like castles and everything over in Europe. They'd done a lot of work there, and they just went to great detail on some of the things they put in there, you know, the way they designed the castle. It's just part of the park, and it's been here so long. And there's just a lot of people, you know, they come for everything, but most of them do want to see the castle just because it's so unique. There's just nothing else like it that I know of. Just the architecture and the way it was designed, you know, there's not anything else just exactly like it around here anywhere. We have hiking trails, and then the castles to visit, and this camping. And late October, November is a wonderful time to be out here. Crowds are small, and it's just beautiful out in this area, especially when the leaves go to changing. And then along in mid to late November, we'll stock part of the creek with trout, and we offer trout fishing here, and we have quite a few people come down to enjoy that.
Turner Falls is located at the Highway 77 exit off of I-35 in Davis. There's an admission charge for each person in your car, and keep in mind, if you plan to fish while there, you'll need a fishing license.
Of course, Turner Falls is really a part of Oklahoma history. Families have been going there for decades.
And much is the same with this next story, which has to do with the oldest operating theater in the state. Come along with me now to the Constantine Theater. It's in Pawhuska. Listed on the National Registry of Historic Places, the Constantine Theater didn't start out as such. It was a hotel from 1894 until 1914, when its owner, C.C. Constantine, turned it into a theater. Vaudeville and silent films were the big entertainment venues of the day.
That, and as well as, you know, the opera stuff was really big back in that period of time. So Mr. Constantine had several performers from the Metropolitan Opera that performed here at the Constantine during, I'm going to say, like 1918 through about 1921.
The theater sat empty in later years, but in 1987, a restoration began.
And then about 10 years ago, we started our own kind of theatrical group here in-house, where we do our own children's productions now, and we try to do a spring play or two.
Not only is the theater steeped in history, it's fascinating and elegant. And when tourists come in and see the auditorium and the proscenium, they realize just how beautiful it all is.
They're kind of in awe because many of them will say, you know, I just didn't realize that was what was behind these doors. That there's, you know, at one period there was this, you know, I mean, just can you imagine 1914 when this theater opened as an opera house, what it must have been like. I mean, there were 8 opera boxes here. Now there's just boxes for show now, they're not used. And the original ones were really kind of torn out of here. So, but I've seen bits and pieces of some old photographs from newspaper articles. The pictures are not very clear, but you can just see the beauty.
When looking around, you can see Greek statuaries, paintings, and murals depicting Mr. Constantine's home country and its Greek influence. But to tour the theater and look around, it's as if you can feel the history here. Some want to hear about the historic oil lease sales that took place here. One included the highest oil lease sale ever sold, a little under $2 million for 160 acres of land, and that was around 1921.
You don't realize that when you hear the stories that the stage at the time was, I believe, the second largest stage in the state at the time the theater opened. The proscenium was the largest proscenium at that particular time. And so Mr. Constantine always wanted to try to have some of the best acts and productions for his theater. We've had people who came in just for the architecture of the theater, especially college kids who are studying architecture.
But is there something lurking about in the theater after hours when the lights dim? Could be. Garrett says ghost stories have been swirling around here for years. One involves a woman who died of typhoid fever. Another one involves Mr. Constantine's oldest daughter named Sappho,
which was later in life was known as Helen. That was she was Helen Sappho Constantine Brown, and that she worked here with her father, and that she walks the aisles and the rooms of the Constantine.
Another report is the sighting of a mysterious woman in vintage dress in the balcony. Now, several paranormal groups have come to the theater to investigate the various mysterious goings-on. So it does appear the spirit of the Constantine Theater is alive and well. Maybe there's another kind of spirit, though, at work. A restless soul who is still wanting to take just one more bow on stage.
The Constantine Theater is located at 110 West Main Street in Pawhuska. You can schedule a tour or hit up one of their productions. See a list of those at their Facebook page.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
So I prayed about it and felt like it was what I needed to do. So we did that, and then it just kind of blew up from here.
An answer from above leads to one of Oklahoma's must-stop shops.
Our sides are cowboy beans, or cowboy spicy beans.
Plus, come in for the barbecue, but don't forget the sides. We're filling up on this small-town hotspot a little bit later, right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Gather around and go for a ride through Oklahoma's all-new travel guide. See art, culture, big city venues, blazing neon, flavorful menus. Find a cabin where you can unwind. Grab your travel guide and see what you find.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the Sam Noble Museum in Norman. We're checking out the newest exhibit, Winged Tapestries, Moths at Large. It's on display until May 12th. You know, this really would be a fun place to bring the kids for spring break if you're looking for something different to do.
That's true, but if you're looking to shop at some of Oklahoma's unique boutiques, we actually have an idea for you as well.
Julie Chen's going to take us out to Owasso Bless Your Heart Boutique.
Welcome to downtown Owasso's new Redbud District. This area is growing tremendously. There are new restaurants, a new coffee shop, all sorts of new businesses. But for years, one local boutique has remained a customer favorite and a blessing to many.
We love Bless Your Heart!
When Janet Dills opened Bless Your Heart Boutique, it was an answered prayer.
We had the opportunity to open up the store in downtown Owasso, so I prayed about it and felt like it was what I needed to do. So we did that, and then it just kind of blew up from here.
Bless Your Heart has been voted Owasso's favorite boutique for the past 5 years in a row.
I just love the atmosphere. I love, of course, the clothing. That's all I wear is their clothes.
Yeah.
But I love the ladies that work here. It's just like they've kind of become our family. It's a neat place.
They have a mixture of everything. They have clothing, they have interior goods, they have jewelry, purses, shoes. I have 6 girls, so it's perfect.
The boutique is a collection of Janet's favorite things. You'll find faith-based items, made in Oklahoma products, and Janet's own line of hats and shirts called Plain Apparel.
We have a large collection of t-shirts that we print and design ourselves. We have boutique clothing, jewelry, home decor, chalk paint, candles, a bath and body line. We have a lot of different items from vendors that are Oklahoma items.
Much of what you'll find is handmade and exclusive to the store. Top sellers are Janet's t-shirts. You can buy them in-store, online, or through subscription boxes.
A sweet tea, which is a holiday or everyday. There's a faith tea, there's a monogram tea, there's a monogram box, or there's an outfit box. So we have 5 different subscriptions that people can sign up for. And we, on just the subscriptions alone, we're printing around 8,000 shirts a month just to fill those orders.
And if you don't find exactly what you're looking for, Janet or her vendors will make it.
Custom items are always an option, and they're very popular.
And sometimes you guys can do them right away?
Yes, just 2 to 3 days. They'll be ready for pickup.
Quality is key here, and customers tell us there's always something new.
I am a busy mom, and I homeschool and stay at home with the kids, so I pick and choose the stores that I visit carefully. So I like this is a one-stop shop. I can shop for me, my children, and get some things for the house too.
She's just got so much variety that you could choose from, and I never lack for finding anything when I come here. I usually have to say, what do I have to put back on the rack? So,
Bless Your Heart Boutique, where you can really feel the love.
It's just been a crazy blessing.
This is my very favorite place to shop. Yeah, and if you ask Janet and her staff, they would say, oh, you're in here all the time. So, and it's true, so I love it.
So come see us in Owasso.
In Owasso, I'm Julie Chin, discovering Oklahoma.
Bless Your Heart Boutique is located at 117 South Main Street in Owasso. They're open 10 to 6 Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5 on Saturday, and closed on Sundays.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
We've got chocolate cake, we've got cheesecake, we've got fried pies.
Dinner worth the drive and dessert worth saving room for. We'll show you where when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Explore new horizons in your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Get the excitement rolling. Reawaken your sense of adventure. Discover totally unexpected thrills. Order your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide today at travelok.com.
We're talking to you from the Sam Noble Museum here in Norman, where they have this traveling exhibit going on right now. Winged tapestry, moths from all over the place, including here in Oklahoma.
That's true, but now it's time to do something we do really, really well on this show. Eat!
In the small town of Yale, they're cooking up some big-time grub at Mugsy's Grubhouse.
Woohoo! My wife came over that about 3 months ago, and I've been saying it for a year. Every time somebody walks in there and says, "Where y'all from?" and they say Kansas City or Tulsa or that, I go, woohoo!
Daryl Muggenberg and his wife Jennifer opened Mugsy's more than a year ago after dreaming of opening a restaurant for years.
1981, we had Mugsy's Catfish. As things went on, we got in the auctioneer business, got in the oil business, and we got in the steakhouse business. So the timing is right for Mugsy's Grubhouse. The Grubhouse opened in August of last year, August of 17.
Mugsy's is really a museum of Yale, Oklahoma history. The walls are filled with photographs and memorabilia from this great Oklahoma town.
Carl Hensley is the one that provided all these pictures, especially in the back, of 1920 of Yale and Quay. He had a stack in a notebook this thick, and that's what he done. He's the local historian. There's lots of history here at the Grubhouse, lots of history, all about Quay, Yale, lots of history.
And the menu is full of delicious food, steaks, barbecue, and so much more. I promise you won't leave hungry.
The food at the Grubhouse is absolutely wonderful. We started with the ribs, and our brisket is wonderful. Now, my wife Jennifer takes care of all the recipes. We are a barbecue steakhouse, but the good news is we have briskets and ribs and all the barbecue that goes with it, pulled pork and all that, plus a good steak. The pulled pork sandwiches, the brisket sandwiches, a steak on Saturday night. Our sides are cowboy beans, or cowboy spicy beans, or baked beans. Let's see, we got mashed potatoes and gravy. It's the Southern comfort food is what it is. We got 4 different kinds of salads. They're absolutely wonderful. There's a BLT salad on the menu. That's just wonderful. Comes with bacon and everything on top. And the girls hand toss them and make them in the kitchen there, yes.
Your Mugsy's meal isn't complete until you try one of their delectable desserts. Take your pick from fried pies, cheesecake, and more.
We've got our desserts here. Our desserts are all homemade in-house. All 4 desserts are homemade in-house. We've got chocolate cake, we've got cheesecake, we've got fried pies. Bread pudding is our 4 desserts, homemade in-house, yes.
If you need a space for a private party, book the back room, or if you're looking for the perfect place to watch the game, try their outdoor enclosed seating in the loafing shed. Head to Mugsy's Grill for food so good, you'll be screaming wahoo on your way out the door too.
The people come, they brag on our food, they keep coming back. This is the meeting place now. The food is absolutely wonderful, but you'll always get a woohoo here at the Mugsy's Grubhouse. Woohoo!
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the new Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
Can't say thank you enough to the wonderful folks here at the Sam Noble Museum for hosting us here down in Norman. If you want to check out the Winged Tapestry exhibit, it's on display through May 12th. The Sam Noble is open 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 1 to 5 on Sunday. You can find more information on their website, samnoblemuseum.ou.edu.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, something you can't do anywhere else, we're going crystal digging on the Great Salt Plains.
And we're checking out a restaurant so good, people fly in just to eat there. It's all coming up next week, right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover here in Oklahoma.